Tosobwe chiddako ku AC Media.
Very sina answer yabyo. So when I left and went home, it evoked my mind like for the whole week. Nechintabula nyo, but then later I'm like, okay, I think now I know what I want. I got to understand that I didn't love the job. I loved media as a job, as a profession. But I didn't love the bit where I was doing a love show.
Oh.
You get? I would have preferred to do anything else but talk about a love show. Because as a show ziraba.
Is that love?
Is a relationship. Yes. Actually, I think we are doing a mistake in media. Why? We just get a guy who has a good voice and can speak about relationships. Netumuteka wayo gere n'abantu. Naye jukira abantu abatukubira amasimu. These are people who are emotionally disturbed. These are people who are looking for support. These are people who are looking for guidance. And most of the radio presenters who love shows are not looking to guide. They are looking for content to entertain the other listener.
Oh.
But we are playing with somebody's emotions. Me, I'm thinking, umuntu yena akola show ya radio yechiro ewe ya love. They should understand psychology. They should understand coaching. They should understand counseling.
I know gena come class yebi ebintu. Hello. Amani dobozi nabulime Esther SC wanoku atok with SC S Media Uganda kubuza ko gwena usinze okubango traba. Thank you so much. Okola kyamanyi ko kumira ku guno. No twagala. You subscribe, you comment bingi nyo. Mbabuza ko mikono janga abatwabira mu Uganda. Thank you so much. Abatwabira mu Middle East na mu mkola kyamanyi. Abatwabira mu Europe kosa America ne Canada tusima. Thank you so much. Comment tuziraba a lot. Though onako lwayo tugenzeko mindset change. And guess what? Lero ndino mugenyi wafagana tubuzaako yeyanjule tutandikirawo. Sebo omugenyi tutanze okukola ko S Media Uganda.
Kale nange nsanyisa okubasanga nsanyisa okubabuliza okubeera wano on this podcast and probably ndabayamba kulu nnyo. It has been a while since we last met.
Yeah, a while.
Twasemba kusinkana di Esther.
Ona inchali
Campus. You came to Galaxy FM
Galaxy.
And by then you wanted to become, what did you want to become?
A poetess.
A poetess. You started as a poetess, right?
A writer. Yeah, though with time nenjagala kijja mu kuwandika nkiteke mu audio version. Yes, though nenchikyusamu nenchiteka mu audio version. So I could write though ningena nenkola mu audio version. I first write down.
Wawandikanga poems, wawandikanga
just simple writings. Chena nawuliyanga ku mutima. Ngaona kana tino naberanga on entry somewhere. I see something nenchiwandikako.
Nachiwandikako.
Nezija nenchikola. Abantu ne bakyagala.
So what happened to the writings? Kyabaawo. Wabirekerawo.
Okwandika. I just feel chigendere mu audio nga we chiri kati.
You now run it as a podcast or in an audio podcast or something like that?
No, buba buntu buton like 1 minute. Kati for example obaddeko ku TikTok account. That actual work golaba. What wabeera.
Oh, so wayogeranga ebigambo.
Nabiwandikanga then actually nemba ngenze bikola kati. So kabiwandika. Nembi bwanika bulungi ne olumu nensaza mnengamba kino sikyagala kino kyagala kino bichi then ningenda nentandika okurecordinga nenchitekayo.
And then here you are with the channel.
Yes.
So what inspires the SC Media channel?
The S Media channel, all in all, my dream is to inspire people. Chinsanyusanyo every time I write something, oba nenkyogera, tunajja na commenting anagamba nzizizaamu essuubi. Nzizizaamu because nganze ng'omuntu nali mbaddeko mu situation sina gwe njogera naye nga ennaku ennuma ku mutima and I feel down asina gwe nsobola kigamba nendowoozaamu nti bantu bangi bali eyo bali mu mbeera gye mpitamu because kinategeera mu bulamu nti kyempitamu n'omulala akiyitamu n'omulala akiyitamu tekisobola kubanga gweka akiyitamu so nenkitegeera so nenjagala mbeererewo oyo omuntu atalina gu muntu gwayogera naye.
So you wanted your channel to be a voice?
Yeah, a voice. Then olumutandika gamba okay watya wendetako Mr. Asha najja n'abaako engeri gyayogeramu
n'abantu
because nalowooza nti oba kale waliwo olutukisanga people they get bored of you. Nga nkirowoozamu ne ngamba watya wendeta Mr. Brian wendeta gu najja n'ayogera just like that. But all in all, I wanted to inspire people.
So gwe kyekisinga okuwesanya about the YouTube content you do? Tuga nti bulwenkiraba oba mu comment kindeeta essanyu, feeling some more happy more.
That one comment egamba nti okyusiza obulamu bwange. It's just enough for me.
Are there people that have come to you inbox nebaga nti you?
A lot of people.
Really?
Yes.
A memorable experience
eyo. Nejo was alwe yajimpadde.
Yagambye ki?
Yagambye? Yagambye nti you have changed my life. I wish we could be friends. Nemugamba, you know, olumo kyamnaga next time tujja kwogera. Olina akwitanga jang ku chai na olumo boti okutambula naganda. I can't meet everyone, but ndabira joli. Yes, so ndabira jendi.
So that is the purpose of this channel.
Yes, to inspire. To inspire. Mindset change. Ntinjagala omuntu. We inspire people.
Nga bwalaba show wabaawo ekyenjawulo ekikyuka.
Tasigala nga wabadde.
Okay.
Chobola yensonga lwaki oli wano lwaleero.
Okay.
Yes, I believe in you. And ndabejjaneyo. Okay. Era byebimu ku bigenda okudiscussingako olwaleero. Though Mr. Arthur. Byonna obyogedde naye abantu nabulira Mr. Arthur yaani.
Okay. Amanya gange matuufu actually. My real name. Yeah. Mamtaru Hawoba Sunday. Arthur is not my name. But I used to watch a movie abajita Yalimu King Arthur. So I used to call myself King Arthur. So when I came on radio, the Arthur name nilikuata. Then in Bandiku radio, one day I talked to a girl. Yali ayina ekyali kimutawanya, and when I spoke, I think she felt different. Na uliranga ali changed. Yeah. Nangamba obadde eddagala lyange, you became my vaccine. So kuvolo nangamba you're Arthur the vaccine. So the name Arthur the vaccine comes in like that. So ntaniko kubeera kwaita Arthur the vaccine. So at first it was hard, but then later people started liking the name Arthur the vaccine. And when they liked it, I'm like, why not? So I went on with the name as my radio alias. But it yakwata nnyo mu katale that you can't tell people until since Arthur. So everyone now calls me Arthur. So I encourage. But my real name is Ruhawoba Sunday. Yes.
Mr. Arthur.
No problem, actually.
Actually, yegwo omwami yasoko kunchazaako ku radio.
I hosted you.
I can't forget that.
Hey.
Nsa kwerabira.
Sure.
Thank you so much once again.
Hey. What do you talk about?
Try to get a love. By that time, I okola love show.
Yes, I used to do a love show.
So netuja ntubako bitogera about love. So that was my first time. Don't ali nsoma mawuli naye nga sifuna nko opportunity kugenda ko mu studios. So when najja ku Galaxy it was something different. That vibe. So anyway, tandikirawo. Mr. Arthur, it has been a while. Nga media, should I say wakwittinga media? Why?
Media over radio as a profession. Yeah. Najiva mdoza 2.5 years ago. I'd done radio. Nasoka nijikolako for some time. Galaxy, and I was doing a live show. But I think around 2017. Simanyi bulungi mwaka nenvaako mulundi ogwasooka. My reasons were basically simple. I felt there was something in me ekirala kye nalina okukola. Ninali simanyi kiki ekyo kye nalina okukola. Nawuliranga wendi mpuliranga siinaawo mirembe. So I left for a year. So nenkomawo for the second time okuddamu okukola. Oba nenkola kono jali emyaka ng'ebiri. But I still felt that thing chenga sichachiwulira. I didn't feel the calling. I felt like there was something in me ekyali different. Always ekyali missing. I think simanyi kintu ekyo kintu chi plus the show wasn't really making me so happy. Because you see, I was talking about a love show. But personally as an individual, love was also hard. It was eluding me, you know.
Hey.
Yes.
Talk about love issues,
ngabikutawanya, you know, you come and tell people to forgive, and at home you're mad, you're bitter, you know, with the person you're dating.
Okay.
Ate yenga akugereza kasengeja kaliki wayogereddeko. But remember, this is a show. It's content, right? And this is real life. So nobaneyo then ekira abantu gabaku branding ebintu ebitanyuma. Sometimes I would come to the show and speak to people so nicely, and maybe some girl calls and says, "You've made me so honey, banange. I feel I can't live without you." Ngaboyita ku kitundu buli omu agamba bano yo guy kyakola abawala. So people kept calling me things. People even said, "Nali mulwadde," like somebody doesn't know who you are. Yes. Then in see media, the more you get famous, the more you get tempted. You feel like you have access to everyone, you know. A girl sees you, they're like, okay, this is a wonderful guy. Wanamfuna is going to change my world. He's going to make it amazing. Yes, and I wasn't able to settle in a good relationship because, yes, there was a lot. But even the lot I was looking at wasn't a lot I wanted. It was a lot that was there that I couldn't make sense from. So then later I said, you know what? Ndukoye. I want to figure out myself. I want to know what I'm designed for. My calling, my vision, my plan. So when Marochi figuring out, then one day, now, I want to know who I am. So one day I made a phone call to a gentleman. I went online on the internet. I believe typing, trying to find yourself. And that process, I saw a lot of people, but there was a name I saw of a guy. It's called Ethan Mussolini. I already know him money. In a business, team building. So I called him. Ngezako mugamba nja tukole business, but I also want to talk to you. Onakuolo nangamba stara ku meeting abantu ku Friday, but God is telling me I should meet you. So I went and met this guy. Nentula ntandika okwogera naye bwe natuukayo mu office ye teyayogera bingi. I was there for like 2 hours, but he made me talk a lot. But he kept asking me questions. Byali bingi yambuuza okola mulimu ki, taata wo yaani, bw'oba weedifininga bwe weeraba gwe ng'omuntu ki ky'oyinza okweyita, what would you call yourself? Are you happy at the job? Is that what you want to do for the next 5 years? Weeraba mu myaka 4, oyina omukyala, oyina abaana. Are you settled? Are you happy? Are you seeing other people? Are you talking to other people in your inbox? Like the questions were very many. But as I kept answering these questions, I kugulawo ka bulb mu mutwe gwange. Yeah? Akanda kati ebibuuzo ebimu bye yambuuza nali sina answer yabyo. Bye bayita ebibuuzo by'obulamu, the questions of life. The questions of your life. Questions like, hey, are you married? Or, are you in a relationship? No. Then olinda ki? And you think about it of like, honestly, what am I waiting for? And the actual truth is maybe you haven't found somebody, maybe you have people but you've not settled, maybe you've not decided. And then nakubuza, so what? Why do you think you've not decided? The my answer this question tabanga waliwo ebintu bingi bye nali sina answeringa. But the most challenging question was the question of who I was and what I wanted to be. Ekyo kyantawanya nnyo. Era ngendo vuge moloka nga okudde ewaka nga kinumya omutwe ngamba all along I don't know who I am. I don't know myself. I don't know what I stand for. Sina na mission statement. Matu buli mu Luganda. Oluzungu tutalowooza nti omuntu oba ne mission statement oba jova. Kiki kyoyimiriddeko? What do you stand for? Oba you get the point. Kiki kyoyagala? Kiki kyoyimiriddeko? Oyagala abantu bakujjukire batya? Oba abantu betubabuuza oyo yaani, how do they describe you? Your image, your brand. I've been able to listen and answer yabyo. So when I left and went home, it evoked my mind like for the whole week. But then later I'm like, okay, I think now I know what I want. I got to understand that I didn't love the job. I loved media as a job, as a profession. But I didn't love the bit where I was doing a love show.
Oh.
You get? I would have preferred to do anything else but talk about a love show, because as a show ziraba.
Is that love?
Is a relationship. Yes. Actually, I think we are doing a mistake in media. Why? We just get a guy who has a good voice and can speak about relationships. Netumuteeka waayogere n'abantu. Naye jjukira abantu abatukubira amasimu. These are people who are emotionally disturbed. These are people who are looking for support. These are people who are looking for guidance. And most of the radio presenters who love shows are not looking to guide. They are looking for content to entertain the other listener.
Oh.
But we are playing with somebody's emotions. Me, I'm thinking, umuntu yenna akola show ya radio yekiro ebe ya love. They should understand psychology. They should understand coaching. They should understand counseling.
I know gena come class yebye bintu.
You should understand these issues, because some issues Teba's handling by just telling somebody,
let go.
Let go. You don't advise forget. No. There are things you need to understand, like CBT, like cognitive behavior therapy. You need to understand that when somebody comes to me, they are saying they are attracted to a man who's toxic. Why are they attracted to somebody who's toxic in the first place? And you need to understand some cognitive behavior therapy. You need to understand or support this person using psychology. You need to understand human behavior. Or you get, so that you're helping these people from a perspective of an expert, not from a perspective of a guy doing a show. That's why those shows, I feel like there is something lacking. Nti abantu tebayambibwa chimala.
Chora mujagamba omuntu nti please let go.
Let go.
For all this
You've
time.
not helped them understand where the problem is coming. Why are they behaving the way they are behaving?
Meaning they are letting her go the next relationship ili likely mulema.
Now I'm going to tell you, in my self-improvement journey, kwanza naita mujane yokwetereza. One of the things I learned is one day I was talking to a guy and they were teaching us about behavior, let's say CBT. And whatever deko no sango omuntu nga batambula. No sango omuntu gwomanyi no mukubira jambo n'atakunyega. Okay? And somebody goes home and they get pissed. Lwaki tanyeze? Yaneragiddeko yandabye. Then the other person bamukole kintu kye kimu nagamba maybe S was busy. Okay? It is because your thoughts affect your feelings and your feelings affect your behavior. You can only advise somebody if you understand that concept, right? So the media today, people are going there, and that's why I feel like the media is going down. Ransonga tuina abantu abechibogwe mu mawulire. Okay? Like you can't tell me you're hosting 6 people to talk about, let's say, why divorce rates are high, and you're calling a kid from Moobs, you're calling another guy from here and another guy because show. Because when we are talking about divorce, talk about certain things that need somebody who understands psychology, somebody who has been a marriage counselor, somebody who has been a lawyer in divorce, but with perspective okuva mu bintu bino. The question is, do we have experts or we don't have? We do, but we choose to go for the low-hanging fruit. Personally, I felt like that wasn't a place for me.
The right place for
yes,
you.
There was much more. I wanted something more. So with Mara, I continued and went on a journey of saying, okay, now I need to identify nzengo muntu chichi chenjagala, and started a journey of improving myself.
Yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
To become better.
The better person.
Yes.
The best version of you.
The best version of myself.
Oh, that's good. Mr. Arthur, oyogeddeko ku kintu kya self-improvement. Owaddeko mu class za self-improvement okwezuula ng'omuntu. Kitwalidde ebbanga ki? For how long?
Personally, okwezuula kintu nkyali mu myaka 2 n'ekitundu.
Okay.
But the journey is still going on. Yes, the journey. You see, self-improvement, okwetereza nokula as a person in every area, is a lifetime commitment. Terekerao. Now, for me, when I was starting, after identifying that now I need to improve, I said, Untandikirawa. The first thing I was like, I don't need to continue doing something I'm not passionate about, something I don't love. Second, I'm going to do things I'm passionate about. And we have so many people doing things they don't like.
Natofuddeyo about chichekuletera because media oboli awo yali ekuletera ku sente. The connections, because media betuwa obutala, you didn't care until ogenda bifira. Because
when I thought about the media, even obutala bonna walisibwagala, because in the end it was, you see, fame. Fame is disturbing. It disturbs mentally. Nze ndabye abantu abalina omulamwa bwe yafuna abamwagala ku TikTok n'atabuka. If you can't manage fame, nekyobaddeko kyobadde osobola okukola mu sente osobola okivaako. I've seen people on TikTok or social media ngali mukuba kerera, and you're like, kale, this man shouldn't be saying this, should be doing something different. But the limelight, oba abantu abamuwana babiri abasatu, they have failed to manage and control fame. That's why I even believe in showbiz, a topic about learning and how to manage fame. Chandibade chikulu. If I were not taught those things, you would wake up and fame is disturbing you. Me I've seen abantu abali ku social media baserebu nga wandika post ne manya lwaki agiwandiise nga nkimanyi this person is honey, he just wants to find a target.
You select nogambo no kino kyategeeza
nabikolanga saa 8 gwakiro n'owandika muliwa, but my motive was to see which girl posts and where is she, because if I stay in Makindye nawandika nti tuli Kibuli, then I know this is a walkable distance or it is a movable distance. You check up. You inbox
immediately.
Yes.
Tajagana.
You're a celebrity. You start this person adores, they admire you, they like you. Actually, you saying we can meet up, they even don't tebachikiriza. So, but all these behaviors took as ziku misleading. You're not able to you're not able to understand that you're getting addicted to these hormones as sex. You know, you've seen somebody who really likes so much sex. It's because the body is simulated to think in that way. Okay? But when you trigger your body, let's say people who work out every day, they will tell you the date will come later, fast working out will come first. Because the body wants to excrete testosterone, ATP, nebisigade, ombiri gwagala echo. So when I started learning and then I accepted it, I had a problem. Then I'm like, at journey njitandise. So when I started the journey, I got a bit depressed because nobody was looking for me. I wasn't getting the gigs, invites, jangu kwena award, jangu kweno. But I kept watching a lot of videos about self-improvement, okay? And I knew it was going to be hard. Then in around October, Katineta niko working out to make, because there's also a body I wanted. Taniko working out, and the next year, I think after 5 months, I got the job I wanted.
Okay.
Yes, I got a very good job I wanted. I wanted to speak to people about Matai. I got a job with a consultancy, and I was consulting for one of the areas at the embassy. And that gave me an idea of like, when you want something and you focus on that thing, you can get it. The issue is, the biggest issue is understanding chichicho yagara, having a vision and a goal.
At the first place.
When somebody has a vision and a goal, omuntu nga ine chirubirwa ne jaraga asobola okusaddaaka because of that vision. If your dream is to become the best student, you will sacrifice sleep to read. If you want to become rich by opening, let's say, a business that does ABCD, you will save to become that. Omuntu aina vision, it is the beginning, it's the first stage. Eyo omuntu okutambuza obulamu. Kiki ky'oyagala era waje olaga. There is a guy I watch on TikTok, bamwita Simon Squid. Abuuza abantu, what is your dream?
And they failed to answer.
That question is simple, but when you ask it to people, what is your dream? Very few can. Ekiroto kyo kyeki?
Awo ng'asooka alowoozaamu eddakiika nga 2.
Olina gamba, I want to become rich. Obuuza, how do you want to become rich?
Weeteeseteese otya?
Oyagala kufuka, oyagala gaggawala otya? Now, the vision may not be clear mu ntandikwa kuba nange yange tali clear. But once you have an idea of what it is vaguely and you begin walking, later mu maaso ejje streamlininga mpola. And I will tell you, omuntu yenna alina vision ne purpose mu bulamu bye bakola byanjawulo bye banifunidde emyaka 6 bifuna myaka 2. Buli oba ne purpose ne plan etuuka ku ekyo ky'oyagala. There is a guy I watch, bamwita Haji Bakaluba. Haji Bakaluba is a guy who's into real estate in Uganda. But for the past 10-15 years, nobody knew him. He wasn't here. He was somewhere abroad.
Okay.
I don't know whether he had social media. I don't know whether he was making content or. But when he came to Uganda, teyajanga atandika from down. He came and started with a big project. And he started a podcast, everything. My brain told me, let's go back and understand this guy's pattern. And I got to understand that probably Mr. Bakaluba, for the last 20 years, was working and saving money to start real estate. And probably in his plan was like, when I go back home, I'm going to do this. And when Tukayo, I'm going to make a name for myself by doing A, B, C, D. And he's more popular than people who have been here for 20 years. Because I believe he had a plan. I believe he had a vision. Like you can't tell me he came from nowhere. No, I believe he had a vision. He had a plan. Si mukisa. Actually, chigamba. For the past years, you know, jemba zenga nkola self improvement. I've come to learn. Bonna betulaba abagaga balina kye bayina n'abantu abali successful. Balina ekintu kye batamanyi kye batugamba. Balina ekintu kye bamanyi kye batatugamba. If not, they are doing something we are not doing. Either bakwata obudde, they are scheduled, they are disciplined, they have a mission, they have a vision, they have a plan, they know their numbers, they know their business very well, they are patient, they are consistent. And actually, when you ask them, they will tell you, Bera muguminkiriza ate tandika. They will summarize, kola nnyo.
That's the thing.
Me, I've come to learn. The people I admire, when you check them, they even don't have content. They are not on YouTube videos. They have not said much, but over time I've come to learn. My name is Bamanyi, Obabia Bakola. Ebyenjawulo, so tuyita good practices that these people are doing that we don't know. And when you have a vision, for example, for me, I want to become a better business person. Okay?
Yeah.
I want to open businesses that solve problems. I want to improve myself every day and also make other people's lives better. Change
and simpler.
I want to inspire somebody's life to become better. But when I learned that, the best way I could become a better entrepreneur, one, you need to study entrepreneurship. Kastogulawo business what? You've entered entrepreneurship. You need to understand entrepreneurship in its entirety.
Ayinza okuddayo ku ssomero bayina any other easy way gy'asobola okukozesa n'atagenze mu class.
The best asset that has ever come to the world is the internet.
Exactly.
And Google. Whatever you want, you will find. You want to learn how to do content creation? There is somebody who did that for you. You want to learn how to prepare your books account? There is something. You want to learn how your business works? Industry-specific knowledge. What way achikola? There is a lot of information right now in Sija Tulimu is knowledge. Okay? Whoever has knowledge more will win the game. So Nzendoza, if you are in this journey and
self-improvement
and you want to become better, whatever you identify, the information is readily available everywhere. Because every day people are creating content that is educational. I won't take it. So for me, I use the internet a lot to study lots of things with Nalisimani. And then the other things I did to make sure that I don't get distracted. Never ku social media for, I think, a year and a half.
Omanyi if woyogera ku kintu ekyo ky'okuva ku social media waliyo omuntu agamba sisobola kikola. How did you manage? Because social media si kintu kyosobola okuvaako that easy. But for example, like me, ondaba wano is ever mbeera wano.
Yes.
Ever. Either nga noonya ebintu ebipya saanya okulaba bintu bidda naye nze ebintu ebipya ebyo n'okubaako nga sina nnyo kyenkola but ever I'm on phone kati omuntu omugamba okubeera okuva ku social media for 1 year. Alaba kizibu. How did you manage?
Si kyangu. But like I said, one of the steps you need to do in self-improvement and personal growth is accepting you have a problem.
Self-acceptance?
Not self-acceptance. Okutegera nti oyina obuzibu. You see, waliwo ebintu bibiri. Waliwo omuntu atamanyi nti ayina obuzibu. Oyo aba muzibu nnyo, mwewalanga nnyo.
Oduka misinde.
Where somebody says, omanyize mbeera nnyo ku ssimu kuba kwenkolera ebyanga, and you ask them honestly, let's ask a question. What exactly do you do there? From the 5 chats you've been chatting, tell me who are you chatting with and why were you chatting with them? What purpose does it serve? Now, the moment you realize that there's a problem, you can now solve the problem. In the social media, one, I noticed there was a problem with me. One, I used to go there to chat with everyone. Nabata sana, nabade texting agundi. Nabade mfachi. What was in my brain? 2, we use it as a distraction. Every time we are bored, we go to the phone. And you're like, what exactly are you missing there? That when you don't have it for 10 minutes, what is going to collapse? What is going to collapse? And actually, there is nothing. So, if understanding you're addicted to the phone, it is leading you to talk to people you don't want to talk to, behave in a certain way. Now, for me, I knew what it was doing to me. And letting go of social media was the hardest. nagideactivating and why ennaku 28 ne bangamba you have 2 days for Facebook to clear nengane nedda nenziramu nenjinyigako nenjiddako but I think I tried it 3 times till one day I said no ngenda gezaako okay but I will still watch videos of other people who have struggled with quitting social media and I will get inspired, then I let go for it for 1 year. And I said ngenda koma ku social media nga nyina purpose ngenda kugulawo account eno nga nyina ensonga lwaki njiguddewo because very many people have a social media nga bombuuza why do you have it
taina answer
give me a reason why you have everything you have nga tajirina and that's what self-improvement has told me that doing things because oyine ensonga
doing something
for a reason and that's what we call about purpose. Chokola, do you have a purpose? Do you have a reason to ask why you're doing what you're doing today? That's why in his interview I was asking you why you started this channel. I wanted to understand the purpose of your channel and you explained it and that is what drives us. The purpose ge mafuta agatuvuga bogamba nti this channel is to inspire other people. When people comment and say I felt different, that is the purpose. That becomes the fuel that makes you drive from Chanja to come here and do this interview. Because you know when somebody watches it, they are going to feel better. The moment you don't have purpose, you end up doing things that tomanyi lwaki obikola naye nga obikola anyway. That's why I say omuntu yenna okutegeera purpose ye.
It's very important.
It is very, very important. Now for me after 2.5 years, now I have purpose to come to this podcast. Nyine ensonga lwaki nkyala wano because I feel like if I said what I've learned in the process and it makes some other person become a better version of themselves, it serves my purpose and that is my purpose. Hope you get?
Yeah.
Some people's purposes are to make people smile, laugh. Some people's purposes are to fight for the weak, the marginalized. And that's why you say omusajja ono bamukubye tear gas.
Naye asigadde
kwali because his purpose is bigger than what you're saying. Abatayina purpose, when they give them money they change because their purpose was weaker. Omuntu alina purpose ajagamba no kyenjagala kyekino. I want to free every person. Njagala kufreewinga. That's why when Jesus came, his job was to die for us atunazeko ebibi. Never zandibadde sente. When they brought out ebisoba salama, they go no. This is the purpose. The purpose is to die. Oh, you get the point?
Yeah.
And that is a big question. What is your purpose? What is your goal?
Oyogeddeko emabega kwali Mr. Arthur ku depression ng'ovuddeko ku social media. Wali depressed, tebakyakunoonya, gigs ziweddewo, abantu bavaawo actually abadde kubira simply because you're on radio.
Yeah.
Wadde otambulako bagendako out. This time around alaba toyina plan yonna, toyina gy'olaga, toyina lugendo, toyina next plan. So you come back home, wali depressed, you no longer see those calls. Emikwano mingi gigenda.
Yes.
Oli abadde akwagala oli ku radio. So depression gundi wagiyitamu otya because kati wali abantu abali awo nga naye omulimu tagwagala.
Yes.
Kutaka kola ku radio yakoowa because you know when it comes to Ugandan media bingi we have a lot of
see media everywhere. Someone is scared they don't have their job, they don't have their lives.
Yeah.
Ebisigadde.
Naye ebyo byonna atyo biluzinga agamba wenna abivaako ngenda kukola ntya. How did you handle?
I'm going to tell you in this journey of self-improvement a lot of things come era bitiisa era byeraliikiriza and I keep telling people this is a personal journey and it is a scary journey, okay? And there are so many things you're going to face over time, but as you begin walking it you learn how to overcome challenge by challenge because the issue you've decided to leave the media and you're not going back. Are you going to now struggle to say people follow me? No. Yes, I went through that phase, but then later I went into the step of acceptance. Okay? But as I went through that, because the journey was also telling me to learn new skills or exploring things I have in me, talents, exploiting. Now I started exploiting these skills. I learned content creation in that period. I learned how to run social media ads. I learned how to, I started exploring myself. And I was like, yes, it's not too late, but let me explore myself. Mu byonna byengenda okola. And I have started overcoming so many things. Some have affected me, some I still struggle with. Like there are so many habits zenchayina. Zengamba nti bino nkyayagala overcoming. There are so many addictions zenyina. There are so many traumas I have from my childhood. There are so many things I don't know. There are so many things where I mess. But like I said, the word is self-improvement is becoming better than you were yesterday. Self-improvement is being a better version than you were yesterday. If you couldn't breathe while walking stairs and you started working out and now you can breathe, you're better. If you couldn't work out, you hadn't even made a decision, but now you've decided, there you are better than what you were yesterday.
Yeah.
So every day came with a new challenge, but every day came with a new advantage. And I will tell you, those that succeed in this journey are those that can beat the demons and go to the next level. Quick example ya gym. There are people who have tried going to work out. Okay? Very many.
Me too.
And 2 weeks in the line, they are like, nabigezaako nebigana. Kitegeeza emizimu gy'obunafu. The spirit of laziness, procrastination, obugayaavu, obutayagala goolu y'obunene, gisinze kino ekyokwekyusa obu amaanyi. For us, we are saying, beat those demons. Zigende by proving to them, I'm going to work out even when I don't want. Me, I've been lifting weights for 2 years. Okay? Do I want? I don't want. It is painful. It is hectic. You lose your social self, your social circle. You begin to think every meal or protein meal. Okay? You begin watching videos of guys lifting, doing this. Cardio, I don't like it. You begin jumping the rope. You spend money on the gym where you protein isolate. Creatine. You begin chasing out alcohol. I miss being high. I miss being high. You begin walking with bottles of water in the car. But if you can beat those demons, that means you're struggling. Actually, it even teaches you discipline of saying, mpangudde bwe mpangula bino nentandika okuwaking out mu nyumba yange eddakiika 5 buli lunaku okumala wiiki 4 nsobola okuba omuzimu gwonna omulala. You'll beat the spirit that stops you from starting a business. You'll beat the spirit that wants you to do certain things. You're in control of your life. You're able to look at food and say, okay, I see you chicken and chips, but I won't eat the chips. You're able to fight things over you get, and that's what self-improvement is all about. And then growing yourself as an individual, as a person. So when I saw that journey, I'm like, okay, this journey then I realized it's going to take me 40 years. I'm like, but I can start somewhere. Ntandikira wano. And it gives you chance to start at any time. We have lots of areas of improving. In the way we look, the way we dress, the way people perceive us, the way we perceive things. So self-improvement is just the body. It is more than that. It is deeper. Learning how to manage finance. My brain tells me there is a problem here. They either don't know. No. Actually, we have made that word luseke so nome Uganda. But it is a sign of a broken society.
Really?
I'm telling you. You see, one, living beyond your means is a sign that you don't know who you are and where you're supposed to stay. Frame joino beram. Oyingize emitwalo 6. Or living obulamu bwa emitwalo 10. One, there is a problem. You're not self-aware. 2, you want to live the life of emitwalo 10, but you're not doing enough to increase your income. Okufuna 10. And you think you will call somebody and say ngenda mokuba mwoluseke. Remember, this person has what we call a budget. I name it 7. That's why we end up inconveniencing people by finding them, and we are even abusing them. Bwotamba mutwalo onofa. And some of them actually keep quiet. Some of them avoid us. Ne batwesonyiwa. Oli nagamba nze bannayuganda nabaleka bo balowooza. How you get the point? And it's a sign of a broken society. It's a sign we don't know how to budget. We don't know how to deal with things. And some people are not even willing to tell us basirika busirisi ne batusirikawo ne batwesonyiwa completely. Okanyalaba abantu tebakyakunyega, tebakyakwesembereza. Okujjako ng'otutte n'okola self-assessment n'oga ne hold on. People
wrong?
used to talk to me what went wrong. And if you're so honest, no bagamba, hi Essie, I want to ask you a question. You used to talk to me. What happened? And I give you feedback and you take it in good spirit. Bw'oba olina level eyo eya self-awareness, okutakinga feedback, oba otandise okuyingira levels ez'omuntu ali stoic. You know there's something we call stoicism. It's a principle ya guy bamuyita Marcus Aurelius who teaches you lots of things. Omuli okusobola okutuula noga nti okay, nakoze ensobi, let me evaluate myself. Stoicism, all that falls under there. Oba olina level gy'oyingira. That's why nze bwe ndaba omuntu ali successful, my brain tells me this person ayina ebintu ebyakabi, ayina ebintu byakola ebitali visible mu maaso g'abantu bye tutalaba. And if I can't even see these things, sometimes I choose to listen deeply. Tiwendaba interview ya Gordon Wava Muno, I listen to those small nitty-gritties and nemanya, oh, nengamba, this is where the magic is. Nogamba, oh, grit. Oh, kulemerako, oh, botandiko bitegeera nogamba, this is what makes them different. And self-improvement is just about making money. It is more.
But now we have a problem in society yafe. Kati you know, waliwo enjogera egamba nti mu society mwe tuli naddala abagezi basirika abasiru. Saga kosa kigambo ekyo, but that's what they say. They make a lot of noise. So you find out nti abantu abogera ebintu nga bino bwe yajja kujja balimba beraga. You find someone omwami ngoyo omugagga akoledde almost 15 years.
Yes.
N'okusukawo. Sente temutubulira watufu muzijja. Don't speak. Muli ba motivational speakers. Muli, you know, all that. Babyogera, by the way. Njakuba motivational speaker oluyi.
So let me help you understand this, by the way. Before I went on this journey, that's how I used to think. But ngenda kunyumiza yo story. Yeah. This is something that happened in the UK. Omusajja yagenda n'abeera ne mutabani we nga bali mu kuzannyamu. Naye omwana amugamba, daddy bwe weesiga lemon juice, lemon syrup, obeera tolabika, obeera invisible man. So they kept playing with lemon. Ngera bo bamanyi tebalabika. So one day he wakes up in the morning and goes to the bank and gets a gun and says ngenda kugibba. Sirabika. He enters the bank, pulls out a gun and steals money. So bwamala ozibba, the heist was successful. He goes back home, atula gamba zonzikubye maze. He sits in the chair and begins watching the news. Aba ali ku mawulire nga bamulaga. Bagamba ono omukulu twagala kumunoonya. Yabbye sente. So they get the guy and take him to the police post. Bw'abantu oza ku police post. As the police was questioning him, yawakana nnyo ng'ababuuza ekibuuzo kimu, mwandabye mutya. In his head he knew. Teyalabiddwa. Ne bamugamba kamera zibagamba mwandabye zandabye zitya. Now, because of his commitment towards that, two gentlemen, Omamita Gadani or Abeta Kuruga, they're like, guys, hold on. Let's first understand this man's perspective. Tumusome tumutegere. And that's where the principle of the Dunning-Kruger effect comes in. The Dunning-Kruger effect just simply says stupid people usually are not aware they are stupid. And they tend to be very, very loud.
Bogera nnyo.
But as you begin getting aware, you become more quieter. Otandika gamba, joko mo kuyiga, joko mo kumanya, joko mo kutegera nti ate tomanyi. And that's why the Dunning-Kruger effect. That's why you see stupid people, honestly, speak a lot. Because they are speaking from a point of ignorance. And I want you to look back in Uganda in particular. Look at whoever is talking so much.
Too much.
Whether they are the experts in the subject matters they are talking about. But there is a lot of wisdom. The professors are there. They're even scared to say, ntandika ncho kugera statement kubanga mpulira nkyabulamu. And that's where the Dunning-Kruger study comes in. And it gives us an understanding why people behave the way they behave. Now, for me of late, because I've taken this journey to understand all that, that's why when I see somebody, in my head I'm like, the day they will begin understanding, they will go quiet. Now whoever will watch this video and react like that, I have nothing on them. In my head I know they are under the effect. Okay? They are under the effect. And there is something with learning stoicism. Stoicism njigiriza ezaaliwo okuva edda. But one of the guys they are seeing ozubunyisa nnyo bamitanga Marcus Aurelius yali emperor mu ancient Rome. Bayigiriza ebintu bingi, principles zolina otambulirako. And one of the principles ya stoicism batugamba nti you can control how you behave but you may not control how other people behave. Esi singa tubeera muno n'otandika okuleka ntandika okunfuma n'okumpemula, I may not control that. But what I have power over is how I respond to you. Not react, respond. You see, reacting and responding are two different things. Okay? Okureacting achanjalo no responding. There is a guy I watch on YouTube. He's a Ugandan ayogera nnyo ku business. Simwerabidde erinnya. Mr. Newton Butelaba? No, Vaku Butela. There's another young one who is passionate about business a lot. I've forgotten the name. So one day I was checking him out, and when I checked him, his views on TikTok are really very few, and he disabled the comments. My brain told me, olaba omusajja ono disabling comments. The other people have made him disable the comments. The people who don't know. Oh, you get the point? The people who don't understand why he's passionate about this, what his purpose is, because he doesn't need to be a good businessman to talk about business. He just needs to have a purpose. Chicha Yagala. Maybe his purpose to see people do things better, whether he's doing them or not. Omusomesa finance, see a singa sente. His purpose is to teach you finance so that you get a job in finance and become better. Businessman. Yes, businessman. You don't understand his purpose. You do not, and you're judging him from the oriku effect eyobutamanya. But once you go into a journey of self-improvement, you begin now appreciating and understanding abantu ngeje balabamu ebintu. You're like, oh, I think I want to appreciate Swan so for doing ABCD. You begin knowing that buli muntu kyakola ayina ensonga. That's why I will tell you, the people who are successful in this country, who are doing big things, are quiet because abanja abatamanyi babalowoozeseza nti this is not an environment where they can speak. This is an environment where they can stay. Kyekisa amawulire gaffe. We can't even host an expert on climate. You bring everybody to give an opinion about a concert. What do they know about sound? What do they know about gate collections? What do they know about ticketing, about marketing an event, about bring it to where it is?
Ate oyogera bwotyo accordingly nti tebakyaza ba experts bayimukano tunoonya views.
Excellent.
Views when aleetoli tebajja biwulira abantu abo.
Yes.
Tugendere wano.
For now, kijja kukola, but in the long run kijja kugwawo because the world is becoming much more enlightened. Of late nze gyendiringira abaana batandise okusomera amasomero agakabi. Only those that are willing to say, let me change myself and move with the times and become a better person will stay. Time is going to come that these podcasts that are not well edited are no longer watchable. You get, things are going to change, and only those that are going to comply and move on onto the journey will become better. Yes, so me, I will tell you, the best decision I've ever made in my entire life is choosing to become a better version of myself.
That's good.
Do I have more money? No. I'm as poor as I was. Am I happier? Yes.
Which is very important.
Do I feel like gender gandabayo? Yes. Omuntu ayina gyalaga. Ne baba yakatambulako ebigere mukaaga asiimwa mukaaga byatambudde. So right now I don't speak this because people will want to weigh me on how much I make. No, that's not the way. But right now, even the awareness I have, ndababulabe muntu nemanya nemanya kino kibulamu nemanya engeri y'okumuddamu. Nemanya nti bwe mba nvuga emmoloka seetaaga kukalubiriza wa officer mulimu gwe. Let me have my permit.
Omusolo kwegule.
Let me have my musolo. Let me have my seat belt on. Period. And simple. For us, we want the officer to chase us, to remind us of the same thing over and over again. Kabonera akalaga nti waliwo gap. Yes. But if you complied, actually, they wouldn't even waste a minute of your time.
Era nakibuzaako owa boda nti woba odduka bwoti lwaki tofuna musolo n'obeera nagone njabba waayo ebiri buli bwe banaakwata noyega omubuuza pamiti ya sente mmeka.
Are you getting my point?
Yes.
So me, this is the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. The biggest in the journey that has been interesting is the bit of the working out. I feel like everybody should work out. You don't need a gym. You need to work out from home. If you can do 5 minutes of workout from your home, because the gym is the hardest actually. Birimu sente, birimu okugendayo, birimu okusemberera abantu botagala kusemberera, you know. But whatever they are doing there, you can do from home. Yes, a lot happens. So if you can't do from home, then you can't do from the gym. You can't.
Mr. Arthur, talk about the content creation.
Yes.
Your points. Esaawa eno tuli mu kulaba abavubuka abato nga omanye emirimu gya bbula actually n'abantu abamu kati bazuukuse nti you can start up something when it comes to content creation. Content creation mu Uganda omulaba otya era omulaba wa panao ne gye tulaga.
I wouldn't want to go so deep into that because I'm not a content creation expert. But when I was in my journey of becoming a better version, me I say, funayo something you learn every day. Find that one skills about high value skills, high income generating skills. Ebintu nga bwobikola ensi ebyetaaga ate nga bisobola okuvaamu sente. And one of the skills is content creation. There are very many. Waliwo graphic designing, which is highly needed. You learn it today, and the next week you have your first customer. Digital marketing, content creation. There are quite many. So me, I chose a few skills, and one of them was content creation and content marketing. Nengamba kantandikire wano because you want to learn a skill also. Nti no back of your yiga. So before I go into content creation, but skills is no zaukana. What are the Twitter industry specific skills? Ne general skills. Now industry specific skills, for example, go hosting a channel, and you're hosting this. So your specific skills in your industry are skills like how to conduct a good interview. Okay? How to dress for an interview. How to structure your interview. Those are industry specific skills. Then mbamwe ebintu ebiri gye noga nti netaga okulandinga how content plays nebisigadde. So I learned content creation as a skill mu general broad category gye netaga okusurvivinga mu bulamu because I run business. Okay? I have an events business. I also have a laundry business, a wash and fold business. Okay, where we also sell some products. And you'll need things because as a small business owner, where I got skills is, especially content creation to speak for your brand. Now, if I'm speaking about content creation, the way the world is evolving, it is where we are headed. Solo content. Not just for your personal brand, but also for your business. And some people, it has become a full-time job. Okay? And if you did it right and well and you understood that as a skill, it has potential okusasula nokuwa sente nyingi. Yes.
Okay. Tumaliriza.
Yes,
but wawochesaga atutulekeyo. A lot of questions tugenda kujjawo maaso, but now I want us to talk about right now Mr. Arthur, businessman. Right? Togedde ku entrepreneurship emabega kwali. Kati nyaga tutunulira ba entrepreneurs right now. Mukaseera nga tuli mu Uganda whereby emirimu mitono. Onoonya omulimu ne gukubula. So the only option you have is to start up something on your own. Banji nyo bakoze ebintu bingi nnyo naye abalala batya okutandika. What does it take? Tokai wali twogeddewo nti oyagala ki tukirabye wali, but omuntu anayagala okutandikawo ka business akatono kubanga kati waliwo omuntu abeera wano n'agamba ino ati njagala kutandika business wait ne kati I don't have the connections ntandikira wa olumu n'ageza nako olina nakugamba sikumanyi you don't have numbers nakuma omulimu just like that
yes.
So olumu bambi abamu batya naddayo emagana ngamba maybe I can do it.
What do I need to start? Still, I'm going to refer and say I'm not a business expert, but I'm a person who has started small businesses.
Exactly.
And one of my hustles has been running for about 8 years. And I'm going to share just from what I've learned from running a business. Ekisooka omuntu yenna nga ayagala okutandika, as long as you feel the need to start. Tandika. Why do we say the word start is bengenda okunyonyola kati bijja ku making a sense.
Atunatandika.
But bw'otandika okuyiga. Bw'oba otandise nti you begin figuring out things. Okitegeera. And every struggle that comes your way, you begin amplifying and making better. Kyensobola okwogera. Ekyokubiri kyenjizemu eno journey is when you're starting a business, just solve a problem. Noonya ekizibu ekiriwo okisolving. You said you felt like people wanted to speak to somebody nekateba mulina. That is a problem. And what would be the solution? Create a YouTube channel where I can speak to them. Oh, but then there is more. How about I did one-on-one coaching? You want to talk to somebody? Talk to me. For a fee. Oh, you get the point?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to talk to me? You don't have somebody to talk to? Why don't we create a WhatsApp group? But from WhatsApp, how do we make money? Why don't we create, let's say, a website where you just come and subscribe for a month for help? Ebintu bwe bityo. Find a problem and solve it. Period. Yakola podcast eno yamanya. Abantu banonyewo okolera video tebalina lighting mulungi. Why don't I create a space?
Sound.
Yes, so just find a problem and fix it. Period. Nali nkola Vector Events. Vector Events stands for Fun and Interactive Entertainment. Fetu supplying entertainment. Nagenda nga ku party nali nkola bintu by'abaana. Ninga abakulu bwe bajja babeera ku simu. There was nothing they were doing. I'm like, but what can I do to make sure adults have
fun?
Nentandika okufuusa, neva mu kufuusa, ntandika okubazinisa, neva mu kuzinisa, gye njigira ebintu nga team building, nembyongerako, gye ntandika okutegera interactive entertainment. Era nembyandika okuba nti tulina games almost I think a whole catalog of games. Okuba mu photo entertainment, 360 camera, selfie mirrors, bwe bityo, and that's what we stand for. And my customers who want entertainment will look for me. Then when I ntandika Pristine Laundry, nze saagala kwoza ndi mukyafu. Mbadde mukyafu ebbanga liri. But as I was on a journey of self-improvement actually, nenga neetaaga okubanga nnyirira.
Olabika bulungi.
Because also in self-improvement there is a bit of changing how you look. Omanye okwambala. N'okumanya okwambala byanjawulo.
Okumanya okwambala n'okwambala
byanjawulo. Yes. You will have a lot of money. Nga every time you dress you're not smart. Omuntu ategeera okwambala ayinamu a little bit of stylish knowledge.
Yes.
Bw'ayambala anyuma. Now me I didn't have, one I was dirty and I didn't have the style. So I wanted to fix the dirtiness first. Ekyengatto. Ninga bwe noonya gayazo zabangamba yabadde oyasenguse. Tezakaze. I'm like, but hold on. If it is a problem, since nze kagirina, why don't I start a business that cleans people's shoes? So we started a branch in Munyonyo and now there's a branch in Mienga. But as people brought shoes, I also realized nange sagala kwoza ngoye. So we started now cleaning clothes. Era mu bitundu bya Muyenga, Munyonyo, Buziga, Bunga, Kansanga, bichi, I drive around and I pick clothes. Nzikima nenzitwala ntuzikomyawo. Okay, we charge per kilogram.
Per kilogram.
Yes. You get.
So wafuna problem nofuna
and then,
solution.
Yes. And every problem when you start a business, from my perspective, nga solving ekizibu kyokkiririzaamu. Ne bwe kutuga okumala omwaka osigala okyasindika. Bw'okola business ng'okopye munno because akola, bwe kunyiga emyezi 6 obiggala. Oba otegedde bulungi. Because over time, nze abantu benneegomba bannayuganda. May I admire only Ugandan entrepreneurs. And they are usually normal people. Buli omu gwe ntundu bagamba yo akakikola emyaka 18.
oli ku mwaka gumu you're complaining.
Yes, I've seen people abatunda spare ones saying they've been doing this for 25 years. And you're like, but how do you keep going? Not ula muduka lino the entire day and
not
your
client
no sigala no gula wenkera. So as you're solving a problem, this problem should make sense to you because all of us have a problem we've identified. Either chips zebakuwa zebera mbuto munji and you're like, no, ngenda tunda chips zitali mu buto munji. Hope you get the point. Either working out is hard, I'm going to help other people work out from home. Hope you get the point. Either a mere and you're like, I'm going to make sure food and even businesses have purpose. Every business has a purpose. Facebook was created to connect people. And that was the ultimate goal. You've come not to connect people, they're like, again, to serving a purpose. So certain businesses are not just there to make a profit. They are there to serve a purpose. Amazon, you're going to deliver to you at the cheapest rate possible. Anywhere in the world. And that is the purpose. They're like, okay. What we want is to make sure people have goods. Kusente entono. Wonna we bali munsi yonna nga ye goal. So I believe if you have a business and you're like, eno ye purpose yange. Abantu bakanya kulaba nga okola bintu bya butali bya buli. But ajawa amanya gagasigala ngo akola. And I think that's where it comes from. So me, the businesses I've started are those businesses that have caused me problems. Nebyenkola. Nkole bebyenzikiririzamu. And that's why I'm telling you, as everyone thinks living radio was sad, I'm like, it is the best decision I've ever made in my life. Kuba kati byendi mukola kati. Mbiwuliriramu emirembe.
Essanyu liraba.
Nyo, me I have a YouTube channel. The name is Arthur Sunday. Funa views 13. Naye tumanyi essanyu lyennyina. Because abe 13 abo be balaba video zange nga baagadde nga baninze ne bagamba nti when we watch him we shall become better. Abo bamala. And I'm willing to do 5,000 videos. How you get? I don't care. I only want those. The reason I chose this podcast with you is because you serve my purpose. If you didn't, I know people who are very viral actually. I know those who are very viral.
Yeah.
How you get the point? So when it comes to business, I would say find something you're passionate about. Okay, passion sometimes not really so important, but solve a problem.
Tubadde twogera ku wali emabegako about the books. Wali omuntu nga si muntu wa internet nga naye anyumirwa nnyo okubeerawo n'awulira ka audiobook n'awulira n'asoma katabo nga agenda ku vacation n'asoma katabo waddayo ekiro agamba okay I'll read like 2 oba read like 2 or 3 butabo ki obwo obwa self improvement obusobola okwongerako ku muntu oyo.
You see, self-improvement books are very many.
Yeah.
I can't recommend because nange nalaba bungi naye nyina bwe nayagala obwange.
Yes.
Because also in self-improvement wawe yagala a very specific. But me, the one I've enjoyed was Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Okay.
To help you understand the basic understanding of what an asset and the liability is, because your basic business principle.
Nange nali nkasomeka kati.
Yes.
Kaina ne mu library yange.
Yes.
Okay. Best advice je wali ofunye bulamu bwo.
Best advice je nali nfunye, I think it has been 2.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, esooka oli yangamba nti if anybody is selling something, they are selling a problem, find out what their problem is. Omuntu babako kyatunda, abatunda kizibu soko ozuule ekizibu ekyo kizibu ki. Advice ey'okubiri je nali nfunye is somebody told me, take omumwago ewali omugaati gwo. Put your mouth where your bread is.
Worst advice?
I've received very many, but worst advice is somebody told me to be jacola. You're going nowhere, that is a bogus idea, it is stupid. It won't work. And it is unrealistic or unreal before you try. And me, I want to tell you, when I I thought I would make money in the first month. And I've come to now appreciate abantu abagula wa maduka. Naye niwakubadde twafiirwamu ku sente. I want to thank God that it is part of the story. Kati bwe ntandika okunyumya ku kintu ekyo nchinyumyanga experience nali mpisemu. I want to thank God nakola ku radio. I want to thank God I've gone through the journey of self-improvement. I want to thank God I've had addictions. And when ntandika ozoogerako, all those cease to become problems, they become experiences. So whatever somebody is telling you not to do, just do it. As long as you feel like you're convicted to do it. Togenda kuta muntu, your moral authority, your moral ethics ziri okay nacho. Chikole, that tomorrow it will become a story to tell. It will become olugero lugendo okunyumya. And that's what I want to thank God about. Nti buli kimu kyempisemu. I used to think it was a problem that I chose, wasted some time, but now it is part of the story. It is part of the experience I have.
That's
So sichache jusa. Like I feel like, yeah, chiri okay.
Bina tuyogeddeko. Thank you so much, Mr. Arthur.
You're welcome.
I'm very much humbled.
You're welcome.
Hope next time mera tubanga kati bingi tulina okwogerako. But with God buli kimu kijja kusoboka.
All things are possible.
So katubasiibule Mr. Arthur, soko osiibula abatulaba.
Thank you so much for watching us. I want you to just subscribe to this channel, like, follow, comment, and make sure you share this content if you find it reasonable. So if you feel like this doesn't work for you, don't leave a mini comment, just leave, because this is not your thing.
But kemisindi.
Yeah.
Nange ntero bibagambe ne banyiga. Mbera bagamba you just scroll genda maso.
Yeah.
But all in all, kiriza nti tosigadde kyekimu. So please subscribe to this channel. Mr. Arthur Gambia ina YouTube channel ye. However, abagala this type of content tewaliyo bya fani ebyo munonya ebyo twaliyo min comments zamwe. You go there. Ogambye ani?
You just type in Arthur Sunday. That is the name of the channel.
So
Netwogeramu ku luzungu lutonotono sirumanyi, but I prefer to speak there in that language.
So kitegeeza ki, but era waliwo byetugattagatta mujja bitegeera bulungi. So please go subscribe, leave a comment, liking, commenting, sharing. I myself orayo nange mbadde mu class. Nange nina byentutte nga bintu bikulu okuva we twatandise okwogera byonna ngenza okulaba nga byonna biri kunze. So thank you so much, Mr. Arthur. Brian yabadde mu camera. Is it okay if I talk about the studio?
Yes, this studio bagita Recap Brand House Studio esangibwa Lukuli. It is available for hire. You can hire it and do most of your production work. There are also classes that happen here for people in the media. Abagala okuyiga voiceovers, radio production.
Yeah.
So this is the home of the Real Radio, owned by a friend of mine I used to work with at Galaxy FM. He's called Mr. Timo. The guy, yes. So he runs the studio and is the one that has made it possible for us to have the space and use it. And he also has this team of young men here who you can't see that were abasajja b'ekirevu ekiriko abayiga media n'okola ebyenjawulo. So basically this is where we are.
Okay, so abali aba content creators tubazigidde. So nange ngenda kubanzija saga kuswa mukisa guno. But thank you so much abatulabye okuva gye twatandikidde paka wano we tuli. Thank you so much. Nyongera okugamba please subscribe because a lot is coming. We are here to inspire, to educate and to motivate. Nsigala nze Nabrime Esther SC wano ku Talk with SC Media Uganda. Brian yabadde camera. We meet next time. Bye.